Continuing with the second theme, there is intergroup or social peace. Respect for other groups within the nation, justice, tolerance, and cooperation. There will be different groups within a nation based on religion, based on gender, based on socioeconomic status, and sometimes groups may be brought about out of necessity to be able to achieve something positive for the society, the community, or even the nation. How does that group function? That will determine intergroup or social peace. If there is tolerance, if there is cooperation, if there is justice, if there is fairness, the group will work well. In the absence of these, the group will not be able to work well. Then, of course, there is global peace. Peace on the world level. Peace in every place on planet Earth. Respect for other nations, justice, tolerance, and cooperation. Different countries have been built and have come about through different ideological bases, through different perspectives and beliefs, through different attitudes and values and morals, and so to expect two nations to be the same is not going to happen. Culturally, linguistically, sociologically, nations will be different. But today, especially in the 21st century, with the virtual world and the world becoming a global village, we need to get along with other people anywhere along the globe. And so, if that is what we can do, if we can work with other people, if we can understand other people from their perspective and get along, global peace will prevail. The peaceable teaching-learning process. What is this process? How do we teach peace and how do students learn about peace? Cognitive phase. There is the thinking, the intellectual phase. This is the active phase, taking practical action. You've done the theory, you know the knowledge, you know the information, you know the facts. Now go out in your area, in your neighborhood, community, society, and prove to them, take practical action and show that peace can actually exist. Affective phase is being concerned, responding, and valuing. When a conflict happens, one should be concerned, not for oneself, but for the people involved in the conflict, because in some way, the conflict will affect other individuals. This is a global world. We live in a world where one thing happening in part A affects all other parts. We are shrinking to a global village. So to say, well, it's happening, this happened 7,000 miles away from my home. Well, it may be happening 7,000 miles away from your home, but it does affect you. Purposes of peace education are the elimination of social injustice. Social injustice is this ranking, this hierarchy, this socioeconomic ladder that we have. Upper class and middle class and lower class and below the poverty line and all that. Peace studies and peace education should help eliminate this injustice. Try to bridge the gap between the haves and the have-nots. The rejection of violence and the abolition of war. Violence, we are not going to fight. We have an issue, we can sit down like civilized human beings and we can talk about it. We will discuss it. We will dialogue. We will find a peaceable solution. And if that happens, automatically I think war can also be abolished through dialogue, through talking, through mediatory effects where a third party can step in. Holistic concept of peace. On the whole, what is peace? The big picture of peace, and that is the entire planet Earth living peacefully wherever individuals may be. Conflict and violence causes. Why do conflicts arise? Why do conflicts lead to violence? Those are two different things. The reasons for conflicts arising may be very different from the reasons of violence resulting from a conflict, and understanding that difference is critical. Some peaceful alternatives. disarmament, nonviolence philosophies, and practical conflict resolution. Disarmament, let's give up our arms. Let's give up these weaponry that we have and stop designing more sophisticated weapons. Nonviolence philosophies and practice conflict resolution. You have to be involved. If you don't practice conflict resolution, conflicts will not be resolved. They will continue to grow and exist. Transformation, prevention, human rights, solidarity, democratization. When we talk of democracy, we talk of people. And when we talk of peace, we talk of people. Peace should prevail more in a democratic society because there it is the people doing everything. And so people should also be involved in the promotion of peace. Development based on justice, which is sustainable development. When individuals see things happening around them as fair and just, they will not get into a conflict. And we need this for sustainable development. We need individuals to understand that yes, they are treated fairly, that what they see happening is fair and just for everyone.